That's all I can say, though. I like that that's what we're calling it, though. It's pretty badass.
All right, well, welcome to game 2. This is going to have to be cut up. Oh, good times. I mean, people need to understand, like, the point of this is not, like, super hyper competitiveness. The point of this is to, like, get the community together, and, like, sometimes we have to make, you know, it's pre-alpha or it's alpha or whatever you want to call it now. Sometimes we just have to make exceptions. In this case, I'm going to say that we're making an exception. Whether Mr. Cubes, who's not in this tournament, is happy with it or not.
Yeah, for sure.
Right,
no, I agree with you, and it was just hard to, like, address it and whatever, but it's
jump up or something.
The important thing is that, you know, have fun and play. Like, guess what? You're gonna lose all your gold eventually, so it doesn't freaking matter.
But the glory, Decepticle, the glory. So, yeah, this option pretty much here, so you could double up and just dispel this guy, but still doesn't feel great for a turn. But and he's got some good beasties. Alright, Spectre moves up, takes out a Ephemeral Shroud. Saber Spine Tiger. Oh, yeah, so you can sort of... You can... Not the best hope, but still going to be able to remove it, kill the egg. And an Abyssal Crawler.
Like, actively pull that thing, too, right?
It's fun to see Crawler again. I always like that guy.
These phases are always interesting, too, because it's... even if he had, like, you know, like, claws or something, which a lot of new players are scared of, like, it'd be such a, like, not great play here. And his costs aren't great either.
You get locked out and then everything gets...
Like, if he plays Natural Selection to kill this Mantis, he wouldn't be able to keep anything out of it. So. Veteran Silthar it is.
Waiting for this tank. Oh, we're not? Well, we'll get here.
I dream for the day where I can see both players' hands.
I know, right?
Yeah. So Abyssal Crystal Wisp. Alright, so he's ramping up pretty hard right now.
This is one of those matchups, though, where, like, in my opinion, like, seeing it from the Magmar side is exciting to see how the Abyssian player responds.
Wait,
oh man, that is a giant Mantis.
Yeah. Did the Mantis have Frenzy? Or did it get... Oh, it got silenced. Yeah, I got silenced.
Yeah,
okay.
it got silenced.
Alright, cool. I was going to say, it was like, yeah, okay. Alright, so it got silenced. He does have an answer. Yeah, you can just swords it. 5 swords advantage. OP. Dresbo's going to be sitting on 7 core next turn, so he's not going to have any sort of like surprise lethal probably.
Crouching Tiger, surprise lethal.
You could do a lot of damage with 7 core. Probably has 13 in him in a lot of cases if you had the cards for it, but...
Joyful positioned himself so that a Nova would lose some value if he wanted to hit multiple units. That was really good of him. Because he would double cover some of the area.
Yeah, very important for against creep play. Also, if ever you have creep like it is in that the current row it's in, like that second row near the top, if you put yourself against a wall above it, they're always pretty much going to lose 3 or at least 1 damage out of it. So there's some ways you can play around that stuff. Natural selection's so good. got the goon squad again, man. Here they come.
Natural Selection has one of my favorite, like, thematic spell animations. It just breaks your genetic chain.
Yeah, those spell effects actually are pretty sweet. It's 4 life. I think he just goes forward and plays another Elder. He could heal off this if he feels like he's really wants to be safe, but I don't think he's super threat if he positions correctly. Because he's going to be at 8 core next turn. Placing in front like that is good because no matter where he runs, unless he has Silhouette Tracer, he can have the Veteran Silithar try to track him. Same with the one behind him. They're stacked. They're ready to go.
It's a pretty giant hand with a lot of options. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, this is the fun position for Magmar. Alright, it's gonna kill Egg. Not the greatest of feeling turns. Joyful doesn't have any way to really spawn lethal here, though. And needs to be careful. Let's get him towards that 8 core, though, where his... I mean, he still has lots of good plays with... he can easily Earth Sphere here and play something decent. And he has a lot of big dudes on the board, so I don't think he's really pressured at all. And he actually has good separation, too, for Shadow Nova in any of these turns. I think if you play a bunch of the dudes that he currently has, I don't think you end up too great because of Shadow Nova play. Like eventually, there's like not enough spreading you can do with a lot of your units. Yeah, I like this play.
That's me. Where are you? Tell me what you want.
Alright, there's Silhouette. Run away from the pain.
This is pretty bad. I mean, there's new people here.
Oh, and he has Dark Trance now in his deck. Didn't see it last game, so moves the Earthwalker, doesn't want it growing on him. Kind of interested.
It's a cute little Wraithling.
Yeah. Kind of interested in the Silhouette Tracer placing. Like, what do you think about that? Because putting him in the corner. I mean, I guess it slows now that Veteran Silithar are running towards him, but you could actually just put him to block if you want to. Oh, I guess in this case it also pulls his general over if he wants to finish it off.
Yeah, I think that's the angle he had at the moment was if you want to deal with it, you gotta give me more time to position.
Wow. And look, ton of dudes.
Just a daisy chain of guys.
Wall. The guy just hanging out the fire.
Abyssal Juggernaut plus. You gonna Shadow Reflection Wraithling, get rid of this guy. Alright, cool.
Hanging out the fire. No, just hanging out the bomb.
That's pretty good. He's still keeping some nice distance here. making Joyful run around a lot, and then again having Joyful go to that corner too, like takes away a lot of his potential burst damage too, because Claws is basically a dead card until his general can get over it within range. And looking at last game's control, I don't know how good this looks overall for him, but those buffs on that, the Piercing Mantis buff is so good. Oh, nice tech right there. So he's going to be able to clear that out, take no damage in the process, has a really large Piercing Mantis. And here comes, although the thing about this current setup though is this is perfect for Shadow Nova because like none of these units are rebirth units too, so he gets lots of value out of this play.
Want to fight the balloons, right? Yeah.
Rogue is spending lots of cards.
Well, we've already done so. Oh god.
Alright, just gonna dispel it, that works too. It's gonna die off of that.
Try to raw dog or resurrection. Is anybody going to kill the ads?
The concept of like only being alive because of buffs like entertains me greatly. Especially the old Lionheart blessing, like walk away, General, no.
Yeah, exactly right. That led to so many like hilarious situations.
Somehow standing next to you, my liege, kept all my organs on the inside.
Now no more. So just playing that close-in game. He still has a backline though, so there's not going to be. Dresbo isn't in the best position to just pull like what he did last time, where he ran most of the board away. It's going to be a little bit harder for him this time. But he is going to be able to create a really, really nice area of denial here once he feels comfortable enough to start laying down Shadow Novas. Now we wait to see what Dresbo does with this. Maybe he has Dark Trance? What's he? He's gonna go. Oh no, he just concedes apparently. Interesting. Alright, so I guess we're gonna go to game 3.
You still there, Pato?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Okay. Chrome just crashed on me. I
Oh.
didn't know.
Well, that's apparently a thing.
Am I higher? Is my gear better than our healer's gear right now? My healer gear?
Well, definitely. You have at least 1,000
Okay.
Man, who are these guys that are playing MMOs? Jeez.
That's my roommate playing
dudes?
FF14.
Kelsey played a lot of FF14 for a while.
I hear the music when they're not playing at this point. Just in my head.
Understandable.
I wish I had the patience and the interest for an MMO again, but I got burnout after WildStar, which I had fun with, but no one kept up with me. So when I made it to the top and started doing endgame, all my friends quit. I was like, oh, well, that was fun, I guess.
You can play this again, Jay. Brad will play with you.
All right, I almost have all my stuff set up and back. Oh. All right, so we're going into game 3 now.
Oh, didn't notice me you were back.
I really enjoyed the class I played in WildStar, which was a spell slinger, which was like playing in like a damage mage slash nightcrawler slash pistol dual wielder.
Uh-huh.
It was just like,
That sounds
these
like
are
fun.
all things I like. Yeah.
I'm a fan. All right, now we go back into game 3 of this epic match. JoyfulRogue versus Dresbo. This match is 1-1. Will Magmar triumph or will Dresbo be the hero that everyone needs and deserves? That is the question, Deceptical.
I'm really looking forward to how this one played out. These are some of the most fun matches I've watched in the game, and they're not even using like the cool cards. Like this tournament's really paid off, I think, and it's like ingenuity and like showing off the strength of common and basic level stuff in our game. So I'm really happy. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of people right now behind the Magmar hype train. Interested to see how that plays out going forward. Did hear that Atlanta did drop his games, so
Got 6%.
interested to see who is left to defend the realm.
I mean, we wiped like an hour ago.
All right, it's Abyssal Crystal. So this is a very defensive stance. Magmar can't really go in there with Piercing Manus to do anything. He's going to actually pull it away to get core here as well. Oh, no. Didn't expect the Frostbone Naga. No one does. That's a pretty brutal start, honestly.
Oh wow.
And not usually what you expect.
Yep.
Did leave middle core still open. Most of his trades now at this point aren't super great, but he does have 5 core.
That one was 100% my fault. For dying to meteors. I was not paying enough attention.
What's he gonna drop? Abyssal Color, that's actually good. Leaves a lot of combos potential open. He's still gonna have 5 core available to him. He's gonna Crystal Wisp. It's like super aggro. Huh. This is actually gonna be rough. He needs to be playing some big dudes if he's gonna be. He needs some really big dudes to follow up this play because double Crystal Wisp this early. He's not gonna have a lot of cards in hand.
How many are there? Literally just one?
Two.
In fact, he only has 2, so he's on 2-card play basically. So unless he has some
Unless he's
efficient core cards to drop, he's gonna be reeling a little bit.
Yamato Yoshitsune.
Maybe it wasn't down here when it popped, so I didn't see it.
And he feels comfortable just clawing here, it looks like. I don't think... Yeah, this is probably... This is really rough for Dresbo.
We're going, bro.
Alright, walks up, takes out. That's actually a pretty good play. So now he actually... This is what I wanted to see from him. I wanted him to see like efficient, bigger dudes. And that the stopgap of being able to have the 4/6 is actually going to help out and pay off a lot here. To basically kind of like build up his hand now. So this is good stuff to see. He's still not in the best position, obviously, because JoyfulRogue just got to clear out with his claws again. He gets to play some dudes. Luckily, he's not good. He doesn't have the capability to play out a lot of dudes unless he really goes small, which I don't think he's going to do. Dresbo already at 14. Gets another Frostbone Naga. So good in this matchup. Dark Trans, play Unit in the way. Alright, this is actually starting to look a little bit better.
Oh yeah, I've learned to never count Dresbo out. He's a force to be reckoned with. I actually haven't had the pleasure of playing JoyfulRogue. I'm not sure ever.
Well, he is one of the EU guys, so he does play on different hours usually.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever met him on ladder either. In tournaments, I obviously haven't played them. you have.
Weird.
What's your problem? No, but yeah, I think there's an Earth Sphere. Dresbo's dealt with this pretty well. It just needs to, as long as he still has dudes to match Joyful, he's in a pretty good spot. Because Joyful doesn't have a bunch of his big dudes on the board currently, which is pretty good for him. Oh, for his own Frostbone Naga.
Damn it. You trying to summon the trouble?
Trying to create the carrot. Like, you should totally chase this Frostbone Naga. And JoyfulRogue's like, I totally don't care. Surprised he didn't claw there, actually, a little bit. But he wanted to get rid of the Frostbone Naga. Oh, there's always time for claw. There's even time for double claws. Oh, this is bad.
Oh, I have a siege now. My turn for BTU. What was that?
Right, Dark Trans. He can play. Do you have swords? Do you have his own swords? Nope, Saber Spine. Alright, what else has he got? Alright, Piercing Manus, there we go. Nicely played, still alive. Still got breath.
Got 3 elders.
I know, right? The army of elders. Still strong.
Have the level 100 and got a player competition.
Alright. Well, does Dresbo have enough?
Can he trace her out? There's that elder he swapped out back. He's like, no, I want to be in your hand.
That's how a lot of cards duelists I feel like work. It's like you're like, eh. Alright, here we go.
There it is.
Oh, the dancing blades. Nice play. Alright. Life still blooms. I think he's actually in a pretty good spot here. There's no earth spheres in hand. It's harder to have a great burst combo though when you can only have 3 cards in hand per turn, basically. But his lethal potential is still very valid here. I mean, if he has the right cards, he could have done it, but now double Veteran Silthars could be a tough task to walk through.
Oh,
You get like no poetics.
shudder.
You get like
Not like this. Shadow Nova actually would be pretty good here, though, because he could Shadow Nova back off, and then if JoyfulRogue wants to pursue straight, he can actually without taking another 5 damage.
40.
Okay.
Slurping up a little bit of health there.
Saber Spines it. Like this play too. Getting rid of the backline buff. Still has the Tracer following, which is, again, more potential damage as they chase here.
He gets the aid too.
Yeah, so if he walks forward with Veteran, he can follow with Vath, but Vath is basically kind of guaranteeing himself extra damage on top of whatever else is going to happen.
It's the third. I like never see the cardinal of everyone.
He can buff this to be pretty big here, actually,
Yeah.
if he
I
really
never see
wanted.
this is like this many people like.
The Wanderer's Palace art mode.
Okay.
He's deciding how he wants to do it. He does have the ability to dispel as well.
Except the hard mode version of that.
Yeah.
Alright, so you go back, kill Silhouette Tracer. He doesn't like that guy hanging around. Understandable. He's going to actually start to back off.
Attacking with an electrically charged bone blade sticking out of my back.
Well, that's a pretty good play too, because that means no creature plays. That means if he he would have to. He has to have basically. No, he doesn't. He can kill the 2/2 to get out of trouble.
Still not ideal.
Oh no, not at all. But at least you're not locked into like, okay, I have to have something that's not creatures to make me live.
Mildly concerned for your life there. What is that?
Mildly.
And the bonus series too is like actually created a lot of distance, like because the Magmar player backed off and isn't pursuing. I mean, like if he would have pursued, wouldn't have really had the opportunity to do that. Although also is afraid of burst apparently. It's like this weird game. I think that one loss like has now left him super gun shy. But if you look at like his hand size, like he doesn't have a lot of cards. So like if you have 2 cards, like what are the chances that those are the nut draw, right? It's the safer play, but he's gonna try to methodical this one out. He's holding on to double claws, even though those probably aren't the answer anyways.
Appreciate if the scholar also put theirs down, but
Angry one, the triple bubble party one.
yeah.
So what's his other card? All right, Pistol Juggernaut it is.
Still can't help but look at Abyssal Juggernaut and think of my roommate's cat.
That is a fat and ugly cat, man. That is.
It's just the way he like stands there, like all strong-armed, like lifting most of his body with his front, which is what his cat looks like all the time.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gonna make this
there it
close.
goes.
It's gonna make this close to a wrap here. Dresbo has 2 cards. This is the problem with the double wisp syndrome. All right, there's a Nova. All right. Oh no! Mana Bird! He's got it. There it is. All right, Magmar supremacy, man. It's a real thing.